think what's happening is this neoliberal is refusing to commit to actually change the sliders. He actually does have a theory on what turnout's going to be. He has his own model of the electorate, but he refuses to do it in case he's wrong, so he doesn't get mocked like Dark Heron. That's the problem.
I actually don't know because I don't know Texas well enough. I know my lane, right? So
did you hear the lady yesterday who said she was from Texas? You think she knows what? You don't have to know Texas. Just do it.
For what? I'm curious about this.
Come on, neoliberal. Come on.
Just do it. And this is how you know you have not been fully Negroized. Because if you were a Negro, you would just do it and not care about knowing it in one way or another. you would just do it.
No, I genuinely think the data that we have at this point is whatever you do with the weights, it's going to be close to the 50 and dwarfed by the error rate. So it's like there is nothing more interesting here to do.
You could use the Texas 9. We have pretty good data on that Texas 9 race. And model what you think the turnout will be. I think the Hispanic turnout. So normally, how much is black on the Democratic primary? 30% in Texas? Anybody know offhand? How much is it? Do you know? Anybody know?
So Ben, did you look at how Crockett's doing with Latino women compared to Tallarico? She has a pretty significant lead.
Yeah, I've seen those numbers. I'm gonna be a little bit Trumpy here. I don't agree with. I don't buy the Latino numbers. I could be totally wrong. I don't buy the Latino numbers. With the ICE, she didn't go to the ICE rally. He's pretty good on ICE. I don't buy the Latino numbers.
Well, no, she's losing with Latino men, but with women, she's doing great.
Well, we saw that help.
Just check. Dan, sorry, it's 23%. The black voters, 23%.
23% of the primary.
Let me read it.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Democratic primary. Black voters are predicted to make up 23% of likely voters. They are called constituency, often described as making up about a fifth of the typical Democratic primary.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's good. That's about right. That sounds good. So they still might be 23%, and the Hispanic could go up because the Hispanic could eat into the white. I'm telling y'all, the Hispanics are going to vote this time in Texas like they've never voted before. I'm telling y'all, because I was looking at it. The Hispanics only make up, 25 to 30% of the general, right? But they're the plurality. They are the biggest group in the state, if I recall correctly. They're going to vote this year. I'm telling you, they're voting this year. They're voting this year.
To be fair, though, in Jasmine Crockett's favor, I done seen a lot of plus 190s win outright.
That's for sure. Right?
They got a shot. She got a shot. Puncher's chance for sure.
There's no doubt on that.
And the other stat, I heard you mention Latinos. Latinos in the Democratic primary are 28% of likely voters. So I understand Negroes are outnumbered down there. So we need the hombres. We need our Latin brothers and sisters. I don't know. I don't know how y'all feel about this lady. Goliath got me saying, fuck this lady, and I agree. She should stay where she is. And I've heard you say, man, she could head up some committee or something like that.
Yeah.
We don't. No, it's not. Okay, let's everybody calm down.
Man, Goliath, he's telling in charge of buying 100.
Matt's crashing. You can't. Any man that lifts weights and drives a Tesla, can't trust him. And that's Matt Goliath. So there you go. Brandy, hold on. Brandy, they did. That's what I'm saying. In Texas, they are voting Democrat. That's what I'm saying. The Texas 9 race, man. Y'all gotta keep up. Then that 2024 election, man, that 2024 election is going to be the anomaly of anomalies.
Yeah. I'm
telling y'all, we already see it. What was it? Trump won counties full out in New Jersey, and they swung. You got me swanging. They swang 20 points to the left.
I mean,
they hate the Democrats.
talked about Texas 9, but a big part of winning Texas 9 was the Latino swinging.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No, I'll put the article. Brent, you might not have been here. I'll put the article in the chat on Texas 9 from the Texas Tribune. I think you get 5 free articles a month. I'm at my limit, so I'm going to have to buy. I'm have to subscribe to it. But they don't like the ICE thing. They like getting rid of the criminals. They don't like regular people on the job getting jacked up. I mean, I wish Trent would actually report on the Valley, because I'd be interested in what the Latinos in the Valley think of the primary race. And I can't find any. Did Cuellar endorse somebody? Probably not. Like, what do Latinos in the Valley think? There's millions of people in the Valley.
Why would Trent report on that when he's in Tehran?
That's a good point. I apologize.
The question, Latin vote swing towards Crockett or swing towards Tallarico? Is that the question?
The RCV is not going to Crockett. The RCV is going to Tallarico. She's not even been to the RCV. She didn't campaign there, and they're on Twitter talking shit about her. They're saying
RGV? What? Wait,
I'm sorry, RGV is the RCV. RGV, I mean, say right choice, RGV, yeah. They are complaining that she hasn't been, and they're confused as to why. They said that some of these little counties said they invited her multiple times and she won't show up. I'm just letting y'all know what people are reporting on the ground and saying.
Yeah, I don't know what the newspapers are down there. But Kimberly, can you do some investigation for us, Kim? Can you do it? Britt,
Yeah, what are we looking for?
What's the Valley? Like, what is the Valley? I'm not getting any. I know El Paso's going to vote for him, West Texas, but what is the Valley Democratic stronghold? What do they say? I know San Antonio, which is not the Valley to the Valley. I know the newspaper there endorsed her. But what are people in the Valley saying, especially around the question of ICE and immigration, Latinos?
She ain't been to Hidalgo County. She ain't been to Cameron County. Okay, she ain't been to Southern Willisey. She ain't been to the place.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, but I can take a minute to look.
He was just in Laredo. He just had a rally in Laredo.
But I want to know where the people are. Like,
where's Marshall? Don't Marshall live in that area?
He does. I mean, he may be working or something.
I mean, I'm gonna let him answer.
He's in strawberries? Because he's a sharecropper.
I mean, McAllen is not that small. I mean, it's broad, give the broader valley as well. Hidalgo County. I'm just saying, like, there are areas that have papers. I don't remember all the names of the papers, and then like the Monitor is a big one there. But yeah, she's not been endorsed by any of them, so I don't really understand what's going on. Yeah, Rio Grande Valley. I don't know what the RGB is. I said RCV, ranked choice voting. A little on my brain. But yeah, she is not putting up. I don't think she even thinks she's going to do well there. That's why I think she's avoiding those areas, and she's staying primarily focused with San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth. And she knows she ain't doing shit in Austin, but she's probably trying to be at least somewhat competitive there, just like he's trying to be competitive in DFW. But I mean, we're also thinking that North Dallas is just going to. I'm sorry, let me not say this. Y'all can call me a cunt. Y'all think that she's the only one that's going to do well? All I'll say is that in DFW, and she is not.
Well, Liberal has her at like plus 80.
That's insane.
I don't know.
The other thing that you were saying, Matt, about, and you could be explicit by saying North Dallas, because I think that like there is a difference between Dallas County,
Yeah.
like the city of Dallas, Dallas County, and then what's outside of Dallas County that is north of Dallas, that some people will call North Dallas, but to me it's not technically North Dallas because North Dallas is still in Dallas County, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Those are white people.
Like there are a lot, like Addison, Richardson.
Do they have precinct by precinct? Does the Dallas County clerk release that?
Yeah, on the website. Go to Vote Hub. They have all the
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
There's
wait.
a lot of data,
because that's like a big Yeah. Okay.
That's why I'm saying that he is going to run it up in North Dallas. North Dallas. South Dallas, she got it. But people are also overestimating it because it's her district, and that's wrong to do.
Because I think I slightly touched on this earlier, but like with Tarrant County, with the Texas Senate 9 seat, the state Senate seat that we were talking about, where Ramette ran up those numbers, that part of Tarrant County, that part of Fort Worth, that black people don't live there. If Talarico runs through that part where Crockett runs through the southeastern and western part of Fort Worth or Tarrant County where more black people live, I don't know. But DFW is not as it's. I'm more on the it's likely, but I'm not for sure she's carrying it heavy.
I mean, Jefferson is in the conversation. That's where Royce West. No, his strongest county was Gordon. So Jefferson was his next strongest. I'm looking at data from the 2022, 2020 race, the runoff. Sorry, I'm gonna go on you all look.
This just lets me know that, like, if somebody was enterprising and wanted to make money being like a Politico and they deep dived on this every day, people would definitely be into it. Like, who's the go-to? There's a black lady on YouTube who I listen to named Dorothy Burton. Do you guys know her?
Wow.
No.
I've never heard of it.
She's a Texas. She does Texas politics. She has a small platform. How many people on her? She only has it's a very small platform. But like, she goes through stuff and it's like local stuff. And I don't know, man. Like, somebody on this reporting from different areas of the state, going to rallies. This is an exciting race, man.
Oh, I think actually Kaufman is a likelier competitor to Jefferson than Dallas because it's the fastest left trending county in the state. Yeah, and that's because it has the fastest growing black population. I just looked that up. So let me get back.
You said Kaufman County?
Kaufman, yeah, it's actually a better.
I feel like
Dallas.
I feel like that's where Forney is. Because Kim mentioned that the other day when somebody was asking where to move to. Let me double check. LOL.
This is just fun doing this, though. I mean, looking up all these, the precinct data, looking at.
Do you guys think that, especially if Talarico wins, we're going to get stories of the hidden black Talarico voter who the polls didn't account for?
Wait, say that one more time?
If Talarico wins, especially, like, we're going to get stories during the general election of the hidden black Talarico vote.
I hope
Because
so.
if he wins, there's going to be if he wins, there is going to be that story needs to be written because it most likely means, she only won 70-30. Like
I've done my part.
neoliberal. Yes, neoliberal has him at, has it at like 90-10.
90-10 is crazy.
Where's your liberal? I don't know what your model
Can
is.
you stop?
90-10.
My model is exactly where vote hubs.
She about to crash.
Vote hubs. Who leads? I just put in the link. It's exactly the same. Where did you get 90-10?
I just want you to crash.
Yeah, I don't understand. I'm sorry.
My model
57%.
has 53 Crockett, 46 Talarico.
I have him at 50.8, and her at like 49, like mine. I mean, I can find mine. I have it on my computer.
Sure, I don't necessarily disagree. Like, given the undecideds, if I was doing a forecast, I might have. I'm not doing the forecast, right? This is just a.
Why?
Oh God, I'm just not. Can you
Do
stop
it, Aaron.
reading? Okay, if you look at the vote hubs averages, right, they're weighting based on the quality of the poll, which I don't do, but they are Crockett 42, Talarico 38.
So now I have 50.4 with him, and then 49.6 her. And I also have, yes, I have polling averaged in. She leads by 1.3% overall fundraising, and he was Googled more in general and most recently. He has more endorsements, and then of course experience in winning quote unquote elections. I have her, but yeah, I have. Anyway, I'm going mute.
He was on Morning Joe this morning, so this is gonna sound a little pseudo. I'm apologize. He was on this. This is gonna sound pseudo. I have no data for this, so don't hold me to this. His ability during the next 10 days to get on what I call the Sutter Home, Chardonnay, Old Black Lady, Plantation, Democrat TV shows is going to help him win some votes he would not have otherwise have won. Huh?
Yeah, my mom watches a
Colbert, Morning Joe. These people get up in the morning, they pour on baby.
The View.
You know, we didn't have grapefruit juice when we was growing up. But now you can get grapefruit juice, and you know, I can use my Social Security for it. Give me some grapefruit juice, baby. And at about 11:30 a.m. they get them little bottles of Sutter Home Chardonnay. I just put that in there, mix it with some water. If you cut it with water, it cuts the alcohol, baby. All day long, they have MSNBC and CNN playing all day long. Then The View. Then back to MSNBC, Morning Joe. Then The View. Y'all know exactly how the black people, and they're deep into politics. They got newspapers all over the house, and they're just plantation Democrats. They know Jasmine Crockett. Now, I saw that little white boy on Morning Joe this morning. You know, I love Joe Scarborough. Got a nice head of hair on him, and that Mika, she better treat my Joe right. Y'all know exactly the type of old black lady I'm talking about. They vote in every election. A lot of them volunteer at the... You ever notice you go to a poll, you could be in a white neighborhood voting, and it's still black lady, and they're like busing a negress over age 60. Let me continue. That lady, it's gonna be... I like that little wife. You know that Jasmine. I love my Jasmine. She just a little too hot. But you know, I saw that boy, and he was talking about Jesus. And when you talk about my Savior, when you talk about the Lord, he was saying how we need to welcome all that the Lord, you don't make small for the political parties. You make them big, baby. We need to be in Jesus' way. I'm going to vote for that baby. He got the anointing. I'm telling you.
Tallarico.
Him being on these shows is going to help. I'm telling you.
My mom lives in the Haltom City part of Tarrant County, which is a suburb. And she said that she's undecided. She plans to vote this weekend. And by the way, undecided is good. That's after a lot of lobbying, a lot of cajoling. Well, I can't cajole my mother. I'm sorry. A lot of explaining. Okay, like we've gotten to 50-50. So I really believe, like, if she can get to 50-50, believe that there is a secret Negro Tallarico vote.
Mm-hmm. Eric lives in Dallas, and his new wife, she's a black boule girl. She's voting for, they're both voting for Tallarico. So.
I think that the young blacks for sure are going to vote for Jasmine Crockett for sure. I think that black, bougie Texas vote, he might be able to siphon off like 40% of them. That sounds high. 25, 30%. Yeah. I think a lot of
them think she is not going to win, though, because they actually have brains. Some of them are not just I'm just going to vote for her because she's a black woman. Oh, my God, I have to do it. Like, a lot of people in Texas aren't actually like that. And that's what...
I think a lot of them think she's too brash.
Correct. And they know what
that Jesus talk
in Texas.
But that Jesus talk, I think, is going to appeal to a lot of older black voters. I wouldn't be surprised, man, if he wins a good portion of them.
Oh my gosh! You know what my mom said? She actually mentioned that Crockett never talks about the Lord.
Yeah. She's an atheist.
She is?
I mean, she's an atheist like all of you are atheists. You say you're like culturally Christian. But like, y'all don't really believe Jesus walked on water. Y'all don't really believe he was resurrected on the third day. Y'all don't really believe.
Not too much.
So,
I definitely don't.
You shaking the table with that
I'm telling
one.
you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Jew, but
These old black people believe that that Mary, peace be upon her, was in fact impregnated
pregnant. Yeah, by God.
by God. They believe that.
These people are mentally ill.
Well, that's a different discussion.
Ben, to your point, when you played the Talrico speaking yesterday, and when he got to the point about grief, I was like, the black Christians here, the AME, as an AME girly, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, they love that.
He's speaking to my car right now. He's speaking to me that they would eat this shit up every day. This speaks to the core of what they believe. This very much would get black people, well, the churchy Christian, at least AME girls. I don't know about the Baptist girls. I can't speak to them. But at least the AME people who go to church, oh yeah, that would get them fired up. Because it's just like for me, as an AME girly, it's very aligned with what I believe. So I was just like, oh yeah.
I'm not you saying the Baptists aren't saved.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying. I can't speak to y'all's experience. I can't speak to whether or not it speaks to y'all the same way it spoke to me. That's what I'm saying. You know,
they're not. You don't have to back.
I'm a Kojic girly and from a past life, and it spoke to me. I wanted to say glory. Hallelujah.
She's at work. She can't speak louder. She said, and I want to say glory. She said in her work voice. It was like, give me the chicken Caesar wrap. Glory. Y'all, I have a question for y'all because I don't know. Has Talarico done the black church
Yes,
board thing, or he refused to do that?
he did it already. He did it before she even jumped in the campaign.
Oh, he is doing it.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I praised him for it. Like, what was that? November when he did it, and I was like, look at him. He been with the past. He's been with the black.
What did Freddie? Let me see what Freddie Haynes said about the Senate race. Texas Senate.
No, I'm not a surrogate of Talarico Obion. I just have a brain, unlike several other, niggas that run around this app. It's just sad. I thought that we all had brains, but sometimes I guess people chose Timu to buy theirs. I didn't.
Wait a minute. So, what high profile Texas endorsements has she gotten? I know she got Angela also Brooks, but that doesn't really do much. She's Senator from Maryland, but did she get any of the, did Al Green endorse her? Al Green, right? He did?
No. No one.
That's curious.
He doesn't have any U.S. congressional endorsements.
So that's curious to me.
Heinrich
None of her colleagues in the Democratic caucus endorsed her.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see anyone in the. I didn't see that. I didn't see anyone in U.S. Congress endorse her. Has someone? Did I miss?
I don't know. I'm googling it now. I don't see.
I just know the Emily list endorses her because they endorse anyone that has a vagina. So.
Pastor Hayes, if I'm not mistaken, has been Jasmine's spiritual advisor for a couple of years now.
Who?
Pastor Hayes.
Yeah, she allegedly goes to friendship.
That girl has not stepped foot in that church in years. Wait a minute. So why didn't he endorse her for Senate?
Castro doesn't even do it. I'm sorry, even the San Antonio mayor Castro, who ain't doing shit working for some get off the vote organization, he didn't even endorse. She's not gotten any major. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you mean. She's not. Also Brooks, congrats. Heinrich endorsed Talarico. Coombs basically soft endorsed Talarico. Leadership likes him. She's not gotten anywhere. Her bestie AOC hasn't endorsed her. She went and followed Talarico after the hoopla. So
Something's off.
Colin Allred, he endorsed.
I'm looking at her. I'm trying to find her endorsements now. Okay, see every start. No, Something's off.
There's a labor union out here that has endorsed her as well. I forget the name of it, but I know she has a couple of unions behind her.
Is it the Black Workers of America in Texas chapter? Is it?
I think so. I believe so. That, and then there's a super PAC, the Emily PAC, that's endorsing her as well.
Something's off. I don't see look here. None of her colleagues in the House have endorsed her.
Something is off.
Something's off.
Kim, she went and visited that little boy that they was holding up the detention facility with Castro, Joaquin Castro. She posted a picture of the two of them talking to the little boy. When Castro posted it, he didn't even post her in the photo. It was just him. He intentionally distanced himself from looking like he was endorsing her or doing work with her, with that little boy who got detained. I'm not trying to be mean, but baby, they don't want nothing to do with you. They don't.
And that's a fact, because remember the interview he did? He said Jasmine and I.
Correct.
Not, that was very.
Yeah.
But the problem is not even like I'm worried. Like, say she wins the nomination, like even then, like something this is weird.
All of this plus the Texas Black Democrat Coalition, it's just a lot. Something's wrong.
Yeah, I told y'all yesterday, y'all got to get it together. Y'all need to start having conventions and don't just have, the Honorable Judge Al Green do his thing. Y'all got to start putting some, y'all got to get it. Y'all are out of order. Now, I blame feminism, but y'all can blame whatever you want to blame, but y'all are out of order. The problem with the world, politically, socially, is people are out of order. Feminism is to blame for a lot of it, but y'all got to get in order, Kimberly. It's terrible.
And that's why the Black family is now strong.
Mm-hmm.
Has Freddie Haynes done any public events? Has Freddie Haynes done any public event? Or said anything? I don't know.
He was on the news.
I haven't looked. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, in the district?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've seen stuff online.
Okay. I haven't looked, so I did.
I mean, he's always kind of public, like when he goes to the store, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he's done some stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait till he's in Congress. I wish he had been in there years ago, but
yeah, I'm actually.
He was saving souls, so whatever.
And tearing down Black cultural institutions. But I'm still hurt about that. But yeah, I look forward to him. What?
No, I'm saying especially after Reverend Jackson died, it kind of made me kind of more sad that he didn't stay at Rainbow Push. Actually,
it's I mean, I can imagine it was a mess. I know they're doing a lot of. I was wondering if they were going to do a lot of events, but my fake wife, who is really a man, sent me a list of the different events that they're gonna have in honor of Jackson, and it looks like a lot of them are going to be at Rainbow Push. So,
You don't go over there?
yeah.
I wish I could go.
Did you see the public? It was like the press conference from the children. Was it yesterday?
I did.
No.
Yeah. I think almost all of them were there except Jackie.
I did. There were many moments that were very powerful, I thought.
I bet.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it was really something. And I thought the questions were good too. I don't know where they found these reporters from. I thought the whole event was really something. It was really, really moving. Yeah, it was great. It was really great.
It's worth, yeah, they start on the 25th. So they'll have a public visitation on Wednesday at Rainbow Push, and then
Wait, with the body?
I'm assuming.
Oh,
that
wow.
Yeah. It doesn't say what time, so I'm gonna have to look at the time. But then on Thursday there's another, so they're gonna do two events. No, I'm sorry. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're gonna be public visitations. From 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. At least it says on Thursday, and then Friday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then they're gonna have a celebration of hope. I'm not sure what day. I guess it's Friday. Yeah, Friday, and then a homegoing service. But it says from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. I don't know what that's gonna look like, and that's on Saturday.
Okay, I've done used a couple different models. The models are saying that based on Tuesday and Wednesday, the blacks are running it up in Dallas. So it's the inner city and the southern, sorry, they use the word inner city, sorry. And the southern sector, everybody knows that that's where the Negroes live.
What are the numbers? What do the raw numbers look like?
Oh, okay. So we have, well, they break it down by precinct, but just for example, Disciple Central, which is in DeSoto, 807 Democrat, 33 R for Wednesday. And then in the wider areas, we'll say Addison, it's 98 Democrat, 60 Republican. So the analysis from both ChatGPT 5.2 Pro and Gemini 3 Pro is that the inner city southern sector and the older inner ring suburbs, which is also where there are more Negroes, they are outpacing turnout than in the northern suburbs and the exurbs, which are more racially diverse, shall we say. More affluent.
The good news about this is this augurs well either way. Augurs, you wouldn't say that. Bodes well either way for the general. So that's good. That's good. That's really good. Don't you guys think?
Yes.
Don't you think these people
look, black people being empowered to exercise the franchise, I support.
Did y'all ever watch? I didn't, but did y'all watch the interview that Tallarico did where he was, I guess, where it was banned by the FCC or something? Did y'all watch that, or is that out?
Yeah, we streamed it on here yesterday.
Oh, okay. Was it good? I mean, did he do well?
It was fine. Yeah, it was fine.
Oh, you know what? We got distracted, and then this turned into, mongrel fighting. We never played Ossoff. That speech that everybody was talking about that had the talk about the Epstein class.
That's right. It was 30 minutes. Or you gonna start?
Oh, I was. Yeah. Then I got distracted. Wait, let me find some clip. Oh, this isn't from that speech, but I feel like this was kind of good. This was posted 2 days ago. John Ossoff made a speech at Big Bethel AME Church. Let's hear it. Oh,
It says, whoever digs a pit. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it. Scripture is full of kings brought low by their own arrogance. Ahab surrounded himself with 400 yes men, false prophets paid to affirm the king's delusions. And those delusions led him to his defeat. And among today's false prophets are the election deniers, who indulge this president's obsession with overturning the 2020 election. Now, hear me when I say this. They tell a lie so absurd and therefore so debasing to tell that the act of telling it proves the teller's total and humiliating submission. Says, whoever dig...
I'm sorry. I'm Ossoff pilled. I am Ossoff pilled.
I will affirm what you can all clearly see. You can see it, right? Our nation is afflicted and in crisis. Americans losing insurance in the middle of chemo, hospitals closing down services to tax cuts for the very wealthiest people, masked federal agents profiling, brutalizing, and killing American citizens. And maybe amidst all the cruelty and the chaos, you start to feel a little doubt, and you start to wonder whether our republic can survive it. A government transformed into a tool of one man's vengeance and enrichment. A spiritually broken president who digs the moral pit deeper and deeper. The pastor proverb says, whoever digs a pit whoever digs a pit will fall into it. And scripture is full of kings brought low by their own arrogance. Ahab surrounded himself with 400 yes men, false prophets paid to affirm the king's delusions. And those delusions led him to his feet. And among today's false prophets are the election deniers, who indulge this president's obsession with overturning the 2020 election. Now, hear me when I say this. They tell a lie so absurd and therefore so debasing to tell that the act of telling it proves the teller's total and humiliating submission.
Okay, I know that I'd already played that last part, but I am on the off train. I'm sorry. I just think it's good. Very, he has a presence. Probably photographs better than, probably more photogenic than he, is in the video, but that's okay. That's fine. Takes a good picture. I'm awesome.
He's everything Shapiro wishes to be.
Oh, y'all want to hear the whole thing? Okay, wait, let me find. So I started off looking for clips from his big Atlanta rally speech, and then I stumbled upon, I guess we'll call it a sermonette or whatever that he gave at Big Bethel AME just a couple days ago. And the new clips are good, but I see if they have the full video of his whole speech. Oh, it's only 9 minutes. I'm about to play it.
Please stand to your feet as we receive a champion for justice, our United States Senator, John Ossoff.
Good morning. Good morning. It is such an honor to be back at Big Bethel on this hallowed ground. Thank you, Pastor Jay, for that kind introduction. Where did the First Lady go? Thank you, First Lady Michelle. And good morning, Big Bethel. It's an honor to be back. I am grateful this morning for life. Breakfast that we shared this morning. I'm grateful for the roof over our heads. And I'm grateful to be here with all of you and for the honor of representing you as your United States Senator. First, please, would every veteran, every military service member, every military spouse and dependent please rise to be honored by all of us in gratitude for your service. Thank you. Now, first, I will affirm what you can all clearly see. You can see it, right? Our nation is afflicted and in crisis. Americans losing insurance in the middle of chemo, hospitals closing down services to fund tax cuts for the very wealthiest people, masked federal agents profiling, brutalizing, and killing American citizens. And maybe amidst all the cruelty and the chaos, you start to feel a little doubt, and you start to wonder whether our republic can survive it. A government transformed into a tool of one man's vengeance and enrichment. A spiritually broken president who digs the moral pit deeper and deeper. Pastor Proverbs says, whoever digs a pit will fall into it. And scripture is full of kings brought low by their own arrogance. Ahab surrounded himself with 400 yes men, false prophets paid to affirm the king's delusions. And those delusions led him to his defeat. And among today's false prophets are the election deniers, who indulge this president's obsession with overturning the 2020 election. Now, hear me when I say this. They tell a lie so absurd and therefore so debasing to tell that the act of telling it proves the teller's total and humiliating submission. Just consider that the sitting Attorney General of the United States and the Director of the FBI refused to accept Trump's defeat in the 2020 election, an election he lost by 74 electoral college votes and 7 million popular votes, the widest margin of defeat since John McCain in 2008. Just think about that. And since now they're wielding the power of state to rewrite history, we have to remind everyone that Trump didn't just lose Georgia. He lost Arizona. He lost Michigan. He lost Nevada. He lost Pennsylvania. He lost Wisconsin. And then he tried to cling to power, tried to intimidate Georgia officials to find him more votes, ginned up a mob that tried to hang his own vice president, and today still obsesses over his shame. So he sent them to Fulton County. Seize your ballots on a pack of lies. Now, why Fulton? Well, in part for the same reason this president posts videos that depict Barack and Michelle Obama as apes. See, the power of black voters and the fact that the power of black voters ejected him from office may outrage him more than the defeat itself.
That's right. That's right.
And so he tries to delegitimize your exercise of power. And now with elections approaching, he tries to suppress it. How foolish of them. to come to the cradle of the civil rights movement and the doorstep of John Lewis's congressional district to spread those lies and seize your ballots. How foolish.
Foolish. Sorry. I'm in it. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's keep going.
To launch an attack on voting rights here at the political and spiritual center of the Black history they seek to erase. You see, like Ahab, he's surrounded by yes men. Because if this president had wiser counsel, Pastor, they'd warn him against attacking here in Atlanta, Georgia. Because the power of the presidency is nothing compared to the power of the people. Nothing. And our answer will be massive and overwhelming. 61 years ago in Selma, when John Lewis and Hosea Williams and Amelia Boynton marched into billy clubs and bullwhips, they didn't know that their movement would succeed. 6 years ago, when Georgians took those hard-won rights and set out to elect the Jewish son of an immigrant and a Black pastor who holds Dr. King's pulpit at Ebenezer Baptist Church, we didn't know that our movement would succeed. But in 2026, if this man in the White House thinks that after all that, he's going to come down here and silence the people of the great state of Georgia, he will be dealt his most resounding defeat yet. But Big Bethel, it will take a movement. Big Bethel, are you ready to move? Are you ready to move? Thank you all so much for having me. Thank you, Pastor, for the invitation. Thank you.
My God. My God. I think In Vogue, alongside Salt and Pepper, once said, "What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man."
Oh my God.
Glory.
You know what? If I could go back. I want to say get some water. It was good. I mean, I wouldn't expect anyone, anything less from a Georgetown educated man who also, where do you go?
Wait,
School of Economics.
Oh.
Yeah, I would expect him. I expect him to deliver and to be well prepared to engage in audiences. Yes. To engage, with his constituents and in a way that seems familiar to them. Yeah, did a good job. Oh, thank you.
Shout out to Georgetown. Yeah, I just thought it was good. I think people try to downplay the importance of an ability to say the words, say them convincingly, say them in a compelling manner. I don't, because I'm a realist. I just think he's good. He looks good. He talks good, as the old folks say. I'm also built. Okay, in this lull, I will play another clip from Ossoff posted 5 days ago. This is taken from the long Atlanta speech.
See, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Stephen Miller, they offer
a small, closed, menacing vision of America defined by fear and scarcity and exclusion. They imitate the blood and soil rhetoric of history's worst regimes. Immigrants, Donald Trump says, are poisoning the blood of our country. Those are the kinds of words used by the most dangerous men in history. I listened to a speech a few months back by a senator from Missouri who's aligned with the president, and I think what I heard him say was that the only real Americans are those descended from the original European settlers. Now maybe he forgot the Mayflower itself was full of religious exiles fleeing persecution. But our heritage isn't limited to that of the Pilgrims and those who settled the West. America's heritage includes the descendants of slaves who won liberation from slavery and Jim Crow. It includes the Creek Indians who lived in Middle Georgia for 11 centuries straight. It includes immigrants from every region and continent who arrived here fleeing persecution or seeking opportunity. Americans are not a race. We're a people. United not by ethnicity, but by shared convictions, and that is what makes us exceptional and a beacon to the world. How amazing is it that the most powerful nation on earth proclaims as its core values that all are created equal, with inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, no matter how humble our beginnings, no matter our ancestry, no matter when we arrived on these shores. George Washington wrote in 1783, America is open to receive not only the opulent and respectable stranger, but the oppressed and persecuted of all nations and religions. 1783. Atlanta, that's a legacy worth protecting. And I was thinking the other day, what would the founders think if they visited us today? Well, they would see that slavery had been abolished. They would see that Americans without land and then women and then the descendants of slaves had secured voting rights. That American leadership in science and discovery had propelled knowledge and technology to unimaginable heights. They would see that the United States had become the superpower that defeated Nazism and communism. They would see a pluralist democracy, people of all colors descended from every point on earth, stitched together out of many nations into one, still the greatest hope for mankind. But they would also learn that of the world's great rich nations, American life expectancy is the lowest, while our childhood poverty, murder, and maternal mortality rates are the highest. They would see a nation that at the height of its wealth and power fell into the very traps they most feared, the dominance of special interests, bitter division between warring political parties, and a faithless president exploiting that rot to pursue the absolute power they overthrew. But they gave us the tools to fix this. They put the power in our hands. It's up to us, Atlanta. It's up to us. This is a turning point for the United States. History is calling the question, what kind of a people are we? I believe the measure of our success is not how many of the poorest and most vulnerable families we hunt down and shackle and imprison and deport. The measure of our success is whether each generation achieves greater health and prosperity than the last, and whether we live up to the promise of equal justice for all. I believe we can lift American children out of poverty. We can keep our communities safe from violence. We can make sure every mom and every baby in America gets the best care in the world. I believe we can reform our corrupt politics. We can unite the...
I have to say, this person does not sound like Barack Obama.
Not
He does
one
not.
bit. Not one. I don't know what these people think. Yeah, it's nothing like Obama.
He sounds like a white man who lives in the South.
That's exactly what he sounds. One who graduated college. That's exactly what he sounds like.
American people to solve big problems and achieve great things again. I believe we will escape this moral tailspin and recommit ourselves to the values that have powered 250 years of progress. But none of this is possible without victory this November.
Wow.
Please stand to your feet as we receive it.
Kim, who says he sounds like Barack Obama?
Please, feet as we receive the champion for justice, the United States Senator.
I had to open it again because I want to send it to my mom. Sorry. That's why I'm playing again. Somebody in the chat said that.
No, he doesn't.
Are y'all up for one more 5-minute clip? This was posted yesterday. It doesn't have a whole lot of views yet. I've never seen it. It says, Ossoff, the power of the presidency is nothing compared to the power of the people. Okay, I'm gonna take the yes.
And maybe amidst all the cruelty and the chaos, you wonder if our republic can survive it. A government transformed into a tool of one man's vengeance and enrichment. A spiritually broken president.
Okay, so I didn't look at what this is, but it's a delta something. It's a delta something.
Who digs the moral pit deeper and deeper. Pastor, Proverbs says, whoever digs a pit, pit.
He's rehashing what he did a couple days earlier. I surmise that it's a delta something because they're wearing Delta Sigma Theta paraphernalia. But anyways, I am Ossoff pilled. I'm on the Ossoff train. I hope he doesn't fuck it up. I hope he can keep his powder dry for the next 18 months. So shout out to him.
He's got to win his re-election first.
Oh, he's gonna win?
Well, I'm just saying, he got to wet some powder. Pause.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ben, you think if he pulls it off, he will just make the jump to the 28 race immediately, or?
Oh, for sure. I think it'd be, very, very quickly after.
He stands a chance. I can see a scenario where he can galvanize.
For sure. He win Georgia. He could win Georgia. That's a selling point. He's young, energetic, thoughtful, no seeming scandals. He doesn't come off as the wokey woke that they would try to do. The Republicans don't really say much about him. There's not much to say. He kind of keeps his head down and does his work.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he knows when to stick his head up and put it back down. He's very sad. Warnock as well. The two Democrats in Georgia are very savvy. They know when to put their heads up and put their heads down.
To be a Democrat in the South, with a statewide election, yeah, you gotta be able to navigate. That's why I think there might be, folks from the South, Democrats from the South have probably a better chance at the nomination in 2028. I think you just have to be able to navigate those Republican spaces and whether those arguments. I think that's.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, like even in the Senate, when they do Senate hearings and stuff, he
Oh yeah, he's good at
keeps it
it.
serious, and he doesn't find himself shucking or jiving, let alone chucking and jiving. They do a very good job of that.
It was nice to hear that he didn't throw on a cadence. He doesn't have a drawl, like I said in chat. Like he doesn't have a Southern accent, but he definitely speaks at the speed of a Southerner, of a genteel Southerner, and says all the things you would want. I don't hear white people frequently say that they're thankful for another day. I'm just thankful, for my life, health, and strength. That's not something that white people normally say. So he was able to say that as a white person, but in a way that I think connects obviously with Black audiences, Black religious audiences, particularly, in a way that didn't have him like moaning and reaching into some artificial Negro spiritual. Yeah.
Well, he is from the South.
I understand.
Okay. The people that say that norm Southerners. You know what? Since you don't have much familiarity from the South, given where you live and where you're from, some blacks can take you to the South to see how the white people are.
Okay.
That's what we were told the other day. None of us live in the South or lived in the South. Remember that? We were told that yesterday.
Oh, well. I mean, you definitely don't.
Never. I've never been there, in fact.
You've never been there.
And in fact, clearly you haven't either.
I just defend Texas, but I'm not. Apparently, I crash out in Texas, but I'm definitely not there, and I've never lived there.
Oh, I have some updates from ChatGPT 5.2 Pro. All right, so I asked them to run it again and do a different kind of analysis. So the second analysis shows that the most Democratic votes in Dallas County have come from the Oak Lawn Branch Library. Now, I don't know if y'all know Dallas. I moved to Oak Lawn at first when I moved here. It's the neighborhood.
Oak Lawn and Cedar Spring.
It's the neighborhood. So they have the highest Democratic turnout. It's a very educated, uppity, obviously progressive. That's where this big Texas Supreme Court fight over rainbow sidewalks has happened. So the AI is telling me that is a good sign for Tallarico. And then the next highest is Friendship West Baptist Church. They have the second highest Democratic voter turnout. And of course, we know what that is. So, it looks like it's a fight. It's a fight.
Did Haynes endorse Jasmine Crockett? Was that like an official thing?
He hasn't. I just looked on his socials. He hasn't. Let me look one more time. But I don't think so.
Okay. She must not be paying the tithe.
But the only thing about it is, I mean, he literally introduced her at her the senatorial campaign kickoff, Maybe, I think it's kind of implied.
Oh, okay, so he's done something.
Yeah.
With her. Okay.
I'm sad that I moved from the district that I never lived in, because I feel like, I mean, he's already very present and visible. I feel like he would be a much more active congressperson in the community, visible, accessible. So, shout out to Texas 30.
Well, you never lived there, and I don't have children and have a list. So, it evens out on that.
So this is interesting. I see Texas Democrats endorsed Haynes. Justice Democrats, I'm sorry. The Justice Democrats have endorsed Haynes. You know who they have not endorsed? Okay, sorry, I'm just saying.
What's everybody doing? Wonderful, wonderful.
Doing well. Get after dinner.
Rude ass people.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is your name? I didn't know that was. I'm like, who is this person with the weird name?
Hey, what's up? How you doing? No, it's Bois. Let's do a class.
Oh, is that me being xenophobic? I apologize.
The person that speaks the worst English is gonna do the class. Bois Calais.
Okay.
Bois Calais. There we go.
I'm sorry.
No, you good, yo.
Hey, Haitian been broke. Well, I think we've all been broke on this app at one point in time.
Oh yeah, I'm broken.
Hey, what's up, man? It's all good.
Hey, Haitian, I'm sorry, I was away from my phone.
No, you're good. I know everybody doing their thing. I'm saying so.
Wait a minute, y'all. Are the Chicago Bears about to end up in Indiana? Are y'all following this?
Oh yeah, you didn't know that? Did you?
Yeah. This has been going on. There was the last thing I looked, because I can't actively look at it. It's just too much.
No, they just announced that the Hammond site is the new main site. They've officially announced it.
Oh yeah. I mean that has been where the reporting has been for a while. Well, not Hammond. It was Gary and Hammond.
I'm sorry, you guys. Freddie Haynes posted this yesterday, the Texas Coalition of Black Democrats. I'm honored and grateful to have the endorsement of the Texas Coalition of Black Democrats Dallas chapter. They have a whole list of people.
Yes.
What's going on?
Something's off. Something's off. Yes, man. Yes, there's a whole list. It's like 30 people or like 25 people on there. Yeah, something's off.
I mean, we're gonna have to. I don't know. What is the cost of them endorsing, especially Crockett, and she doesn't win, and you do need those voters to decide that they're going to vote during the general election, in November. And so I don't know if there's got to be some cost benefit analysis. I mean, either they just don't want to vote, like they actually don't want to endorse her, and so they're not going to publicly endorse Tallarico, or there has to be some calculation that sort of supporting her and her not getting it will do something to the vote in November, or the turnout. Like, I don't. It is.
So this is for the Dallas chapter. They would lose nothing by endorsing her. That's my only thing. Like, what do you have to lose? I'm gonna start going to Texas Coalition of Black Democrats meeting. I'm about to do some investigative reporting. Yeah, I'm gonna be like that man in Minnesota with the Somalis. I'm gonna be in there.
Well, are there other? I apologize. I have not been keeping it up with y'all. So if I'm draining the conversation, we can just move on. But are there other Black political?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, orgs that have, like, is this just a lack of a better word, a term, a blackout, and no one is endorsing at that level in terms of Black political, orgs, or is it sort of hit and miss? Some are and some aren't.
I'm gonna.
Because that would be interesting.
Yeah, I'm getting my Twitter fingers on it right now.
Oh, thank you. Because that would be interesting. That would be an interesting story to uncover if there was, the decision to not endorse. Stay out of it. Or I'm wondering, because I'm also like, does an over representation of Black support for Jasmine Crockett reduce the white or Latino desirability for voting for her? In Texas, it could. She could be seen as the Black candidate.
Maybe, but if this is Dallas, she has to do really, really well among the Blacks in Dallas. If I had to guess, I wonder if there's sort of like generational fight. I'm gonna start going to these meetings. I'm on the website right now. I'm gonna implant myself into this organization because I'm genuinely. Also, I wanted to get more involved anyway, but I'm super curious because certainly they understand that it looks weird when you have endorsed candidates up and down the ballot and you don't endorse at the very top.
This is a recap of yesterday's crash out. Wait, is nobody speaking? I thought my Wi-Fi was like fucked with me. Hey, what up? Y'all niggas sitting here in silence on this. Oh my god. What's up, Haitian? How you doing, bro? All right. That was some excessive niggatry yesterday. I swear, bro. And I'm so glad I was not a part of it.
I don't even know what happened, bro.
You don't know what happened?
Did you finish the clips?
It was crazy, bro.
Did you finish the clips, Kimberly? Wow, we have to change the conversation.
What's up, Gemini? How you doing, Gemini?
I'm gonna check one more time, but I think that was all the clips that he's posted.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll see how it shakes down.
On your way for the
interested in
Sorry.
in that. Okay.
All right.
Oh wait, Ocelot was on Colbert. Or was this
Yeah.
Is this an online only feature? I don't. Is that what they're doing now?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm about to play this 5 minutes.
Hey everybody, we're back with Senator John Ossoff of Georgia. I want to talk about what the action that Donald Trump and his Justice Department have taken down in Fulton County, Georgia. 3 weeks ago, the FBI raided the county election offices and seized 700 boxes of material from the 2020 election in a part of Georgia that he had contested fiercely. What do we know about why this happened?
Look, this all goes back to the president's obsession with overturning the 2020 election. And you all will recall that so many of his conspiracy theories began in the state of Georgia. Remember, he called Georgia's Secretary of State, our top elections official, Raffensperger. And he asked him, he intimidated him, he pressured him to, quote, find him exactly the number of votes that he needed to win in a state that he had lost. And his lies about Georgia were part of what ginned up that mob that sacked the U.S. Capitol and tried to hang his own vice president. So he has been obsessed with Georgia ever since. And I think what we're seeing is that he is wielding official power and wielding federal law enforcement in order to try to pursue his obsession with overturning the 2020.
Are we allowed to offer criticism? Because I am going to do that. So my immediate criticism, and by the way, critique is good. Critique is how we get better. Okay, critique is how you win. My immediate critique is that you can't bring pulpit energy to an intimate interview. I understand that this is broadcast, but it feels it's too theatrical. Just like bring it back a little bit because you're talking one-on-one to a human and there's a camera there and there's an audience, but still you want to indicate that you are talking to one person. Anyways.
Do we know what was in those boxes?
It was ballots for Fulton County voters. And, this has really shaken people in Georgia, where we have
Yeah, big sister, as somebody, I mean, if you've given interviews, if you've been interviewed, if you've spoken from a pulpit, you understand the difference, right? You present yourself differently in different venues. That's what I'm saying.
Such a deep history of attacks on voting rights, so much given, so much lost to secure voting rights. To have a federal raid seizing voters' ballots.
And just so people who may have forgotten, how many times were the ballots in Georgia recounted?
Over and over again, court case after court case. And then you've got Tulsi Gabbard, the nation's...
There she is, Tulsi Gabbard, looking like a spy, which I think she is. She is Director of National Intelligence, and they're not supposed to be doing anything within the borders of the United States. She's spying on the FBI for Donald Trump, apparently.
Let me say, if you live in a major democracy,
Hold on, Kimberly, can you pause it? Asian, I can't mute you, man, but you've
I'm
been
trying
humming.
to.
You sound like you on the plantation, bro. I can't mute you for some reason. Sound like you've been corn pone or making corn pone. Go ahead, Kim.
Nation's spy chief is showing up at raids on sensitive election sites. Something has gone wrong. Something has gone wrong. Well, one of your mentors is a man I greatly admire, and that was John Lewis. And matter of fact, the last time I talked to John Lewis, he was here. He actually surfed the crowd. It was fun. It was fun. And here you are with John Lewis. I'm curious, how old were you when you met? I was 16 when I met Congressman Lewis, and I had read his memoir, Walking with the Wind. You know, growing up in Georgia, you're steeped in civil rights history. And of course, he was a legend. He was my congressman. I read his autobiography. I wrote him a letter asking if I could meet him. That meeting led to a job. That job led to a lifelong friendship. And I never would have pursued elected office without his encouragement and his support. But I'll tell you what, you would have very high expectations of all of us at this moment in our country's history. What do you think he would say to us? I think that you know, and we all know, that there are some folks who are sort of doom scrolling in the fetal position. Every day there's a new outrage, and it's easy, I know, to fear.
Right? You see, Lindsay, you see it, right? Like, man, after I get done with this next chapter of my life, maybe I will do this professionally. These sit-down interviews, you want to create a sense of intimacy, right? Like, we've seen you on the dais. We've seen you in a pulpit, and there's certain kinds of cadences that are appropriate there. But that's not how you talk to people when you're just trying to be, chill, Be cool, man. Don't be all uncool.
That maybe we could lose our republic. And I think that what Congressman Lewis would tell us is that it's up to us. We have the power to right the ship. No one's going to do it for us. Theirs was the most successful nonviolent mass mobilization in American history, arguably in world history, the civil rights movement. They dealt with an awful lot. We can deal with this, but I'm telling you, these midterm elections are the whole ball game. There is a lot riding on what happens in November. Senator, thank you so much for being here. Absolutely a pleasure to talk to you. Senator,
Yeah, I still love him. I still love him. Just need to dial it back just a little bit. Maybe he's probably nervous. But anyways, I'm Ossoff built. All aboard the Ossoff train.
If we're looking at young senators or young people who are senators for our side, which is to say the plantation side, I still think Gallego is a better candidate than Ossoff, but it doesn't matter. I'll take anybody but whoever the Republicans nominate. Vote blue no matter who. Plantation, neck bones, and banjos all around.
Neck bones and banjos is crazy.
Bashir was there this morning. Yeah, to Fishbelly's point, Tambo was always an interesting figure. I would have liked to have picked Tambo over Mr. Bones myself if I ever did a minstrel show. Bashir all but admitted he was running for president this morning. people saw that. I saw an interview with Pritzker. Somebody asked him if he lost weight so he could run for president. Did you guys see that? I mean, he's clearly lost weight so he could run for president. And he's lost a lot of weight.
A lot.
Like, a lot of weight. Like, he might not be president, but he probably added 10 years to his life. That type of weight loss. He's a dark horse, man. I'm telling you, he's a dark horse as well. Now, there's a religion issue, and we'll see how much that plays, especially given the Israel's never been less popular in the American political imagination, at least in our lifetime. So that could be a problem for him. But interesting.
I like Pritzker. Everybody likes their friendly neighborhood billionaire. That lane is wide open for him.
Yeah, I don't think the billionaire will matter because he's governed like a progressive in Illinois and been reelected overwhelmingly, which is, I don't know, one of maybe the bluest of maybe the second bluest of the big states, the major states. So I don't think the billionaire thing will matter. He doesn't, America just elected a billionaire.
No, I'm saying that I think that works for him.
Yeah, no. Somebody in the chat said it was an issue.
Oh,
I'm just saying, I was just putting I was saying, I don't think it's going to be an issue. I don't think it's an issue. There's a lot of people, man. It's going to be interesting to see. And what could happen, it could be a Donald Trump type thing where there's a lot of viable people and like Trump is 16 and the vote splits, and you need to win a plurality. I think the Democrats are proportional. Yeah, you might get a super delegate scenario. That would be crazy. But yeah, he's Jewish. Ossoff is Jewish. Funnily, Ossoff is not technically Jewish. I don't know if people know the story. But his mama was not Jewish. His daddy was Jewish. And he didn't convert to Judaism.
Oh, that didn't even count.
Well, he did convert officially. I think he had bar mitzvah. I think he bar mitzvahed.
Oh.
Yeah. So. Yep. But 28 is so far away. Jamel Bowie did a thing. I don't know if y'all follow Jamel Bowie's shorts, and he did a good short where it was like arguing about the 2028 election at this point is stupid, which is true. What's the poly market say about the Senate, Kimberly? Have you seen it?
I have not.
Do they give the Democrats better than the 30%?
I'll pull it up.
Okay. The poly market. Go the poly market. That's what Omar kept saying. I mocked him, and he was right.
Poly market is Republican Party 60%, Democratic Party 40%.
Wow! Democrats
That's good.
millions of dollars for those odds.
That's good.
That's insane. With this map, I think it's class 2. I don't know if Matt's here. That's crazy. This is a nasty class 2 map, too. For them to be at 40% is insane. So I guess people think that Susan Collins is really going to lose. Oh, the great Susan Collins finally goes down. My Susan Collins oftentimes transfigures or transmogrifies, rather, into a Diane Rehm. So I apologize. For those of you who remember the great Diane Rehm. But many of you don't. Most of you don't.
Yeah, I do. I was going to say, it's giving kind of Katharine Hepburn like a little.
Oh, well, the greatest actress to ever live in the 20th century. So I'll take that. Oh, God.
Kalshi is also 60-40.
Yeah, Pastor Transmogrify. I've been trying to teach you people how to have a more effective speaking. And part of that is to understand the use of language. And to understand it, you need to have better words. Well, since there's a lull in the conversation, Kimberly Foster, are you there?
Yes.
I think we've talked about this before, but do you remember there's a podcast of the family, and it's the two kids, adult kids who are liberal, and the parents are magats, but with every year, the older and older the dad gets, the more he turns into a full-blown Nazi.
Yeah, I mean, the dad also is demented. Yeah, we've all, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, tonight's conversation. Did you see Dean Withers was on it? Not Dean Withers. The other boy. What's the other boy's name? I like him better than Dean Withers. What's his name? What's his name? The other boy besides Dean Withers.
I'm trying to pull it up. I see here.
Is it not Parker? Not Adam Mock. Oh. Yeah, Parker Get a Job. Yeah, the Parker guy. Yeah, he was on it. The dad was saying, the problem with y'all liberals are dumb, and so forth, and you're fucking stupid. And I know more than you. I'm 70 years old. He said, well, let's see. How many people are there in Congress? 425. And the guy said, that's close enough, 435. He said, how many continents are there? The dad goes, I don't know. And then I was watching it. The dad was like, I'm a fucking Catholic. We don't use the Bible. I don't use no fucking Bible. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Catholics don't use, I said, oh my God. We never had the Bible. When I went to church, they didn't read from the Bible. The mother was like, yes, we did.
What show is that?
What's happening? It's this guy. It's this guy called, what's it called?
It's called The Necessary Conversation.
The Necessary Conversation, and they had Parker on. But it's the original show with the two kids. They're very liberal, and their parents are just huge magats who, over time, the dad's got dementia or getting dementia. They just turn into horrible racists. I mean, it's been really bad.
But, you know, the mom, I think she, because the dad is drifting off to wherever he's drifting off to, the mom does seem more open in the conversations.
Where does this come on at?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay, it's on YouTube channel.
Something in the chat. Hold on. His point wasn't that people flout the rules of the Bible. His point was the Catholics don't use the Bible, that they don't read verses from the Bible.
I have to remember how to fucking pray the rosary.
churches go 100% against the Bible, so he ain't lying with it. Okay. You have to watch the video. The point is that the guy is done. I mean, whatever, bro.
Yeah, and period, that's not even fucking accurate, because you do, I went to Catholic school. Also remember how to fucking read the rosary.
Of course they quote Jesus out of the Bible.
I mean, of course.
That was the point. It wasn't like all that. He wasn't making the claim they don't 100% hold up the Bible. Like,
No. Yeah, the dad does have dementia. People, when they get on, they get mean. Something clicks off in your brain where the mean thing clicks in oftentimes. That happened to my grandpa. Okay. There was not too long ago on there, I actually, for the first time ever, the dad was talking about, he was abandoned by his parents. I don't know if y'all saw that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dad, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just decided the lady was just like, she was like, well, I was going to take care of my kids. But see, it's odd because the daughter has talked about growing up being verbally and physically abused by her dad.
Yeah.
It's a mess. Did you see the one where they went to the house and he gave a tour of the house?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Ugh, their house looks exactly like you would think it looked. I bet you it's moldy and smelly. In here, we got all my Trump gear. Oh, God.
Everyone waiting for me?
Anybody watching the Black and Jewish documentary? You watching the Kimberly Foster?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen it.
Hey everyone. I haven't seen it yet. How many episodes are there?
On the third one.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's on my list. I still have to watch that Tyra Banks documentary. And there's a new Roberto Clemente documentary on Prime. I'm interested in watching that. Oh, it's called Black and Jewish American Series. It's on PBS.
Yeah.
But you probably can go onto the website and watch the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, they're on YouTube. I just looked at it.
What's interesting about it, much to the chagrin of the pro-blackers, is people like Jared Ball, is that when you get to the critique of Zionism and Israel, the documentary does not shy away from it, and it actually talks about it, as far as PBS documentary go, in a pretty nuanced, to use a Clubhouse word, way.
I was going to ask, wait, why have I heard? Because you were crashing and playing clips from it. Oh, okay.
Yes, part one. Yes, that's correct. You're correct. It's a pretty, the documentary is he's not shying away from the tensions and the relevant Baldwin clips and everything. They show all the stuff. It's not bad.
No, I have to watch it. I don't know why I'm not watching it. But I need to get to it. Oh, Ben, I have a question for you. Did you watch the video where I can't think of the first guy's name, but Torre and FD Signifier are talking about the Super Bowl halftime show? Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
And then he put out a four-hour video on Tyler Perry. I'm not watching that.
FD Signifier is very popular. I learned about his YouTube channel from here, and when I went to go look at it, they were talking about Tyler Perry. I saw that he did something on Charlie Kirk. I wondered if it was worth my time.
I watched the 12 Things About Coming to America You Didn't Know video yesterday. And let's just say, for the sake of the next minute or two, if we discuss it, or at least for what I'm going to say, let's just take it that it's all true. The general thrust, if not everything the person said. So let's just not question, let's just take it as true. Most of them I knew. Stuff about the makeup and the trading places, Chestnut, James Earl Jones. There's something on James Earl Jones I think I kind of knew. There was one thing I did not know, and I bet no one in here knew. There was a television spinoff of Coming to America.
Oh, I didn't know that. How long did it last?
It didn't last long at all. It was, they filmed a pilot and they were playing clips from it. And the spinoff involved Akeem's little brother, who came to the U.S. Let me see the name of the show before I tell you who played it. His little brother came to America to with OHA, and it was called Coming to America. The brother's name was Tariq, and pilot aired as a special. And it was 1989, and it was Tommy Davidson played his little brother, and they showed parts of the clip. It is the worst thing you will ever see. I see why nobody bought it. Eddie Murphy was the executive producer. He had nothing to do with it. His name was on it. They said he didn't show up at set. He had nothing on it. It was Tommy Davidson, Prince 3 came to the U.S. with Oha. You remember Oha? She's your queen to be a queen. The guy that sings that came to America with him and lived with an American family. It was absolutely horrific. And you can watch it on YouTube. I watched it.
Oh my. So it was just a pilot.
Yeah, and it didn't sell it. It is atrocious.
Yeah, I can see why no one bought it. If it's as bad as you're saying. And I believe you, because, you know, if it wasn't bad, they would have tried to sell it. But yeah. But why would anyone want to think that people were looking for a series anyway? That's the question that comes to my mind.
I think Tallarico has a chance of winning the primary. How do you know? Is John in the audience? Non and on?
He's streaming.
I usually have all of his accounts blocked. I wonder if he has a new one. Oh, and non maybe. But it doesn't matter if I have every single one of his accounts blocked if I'm not a moderator. So it gives you a sense. That's one thing you have to as well. The anonymous, see what the patient says. But then again, in Clubhouse, you probably shouldn't say things on whether they're being recorded or not. Mighty, John's account on Twitch or another account on Twitch? Do you have a link for us, Mighty?
Has the room discussed rumors about Justice Alito retiring? I don't know if you guys have.
Oh. Briefly mentioned. Not today, I don't think.
Were you saying something, Sherry? I didn't hear you.
No.
Oh.
I was just saying, no, I haven't been in, but I haven't been in the space, but I did hear about the rumors.
Yeah, I'm just looking at articles. I started getting news pings earlier today about his possible retirement sometime before October. Let's see what the speculation says. So folks are saying that he's been on the court for 20 years. He has a memoir scheduled for release in October. The media's covered him a fair amount, and he's talked about his legacy. Some folks are saying that he might retire before the book is released so that he can avoid any conflicts between his duties as justice and his duties related to promoting the book. Let's see what else.
Well, why would that be the case? The other two justices didn't have a problem when they put out their memoirs.
Well, like I said, people analyze conflicts differently. I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm just saying that folks are saying that that's one reason he might step down before the book is published. It also depends on what he discusses in the book. You know, he might say things that he wouldn't want to say while he's on the bench. Let's see. Folks are also saying that if he retires before the midterms, that Republicans could try to replace him to preserve the court's current balance, and that it would be strategic for him to do so while the Senate is still under Republican control. Let's see what else.
And that makes sense for them.
Yeah, he's given interviews about his achievements. He's discussed the Dobbs decision, and he's also signaled his discontent with the way politics is currently discussed publicly. What else? Yeah, so I don't know, but we don't have to dwell on it. I just didn't know if you guys had discussed it at all. And he's one of the oldest people on the court, so it does make sense that he might step down soon. I wouldn't be happy about that because the last